What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Today I'm going to show you how to take the T-Tops apart on your Z32 300ZX. So the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously remove this thing right here. So we'll go ahead and take that off. And the second thing we're going to want to do here is grab a flathead screwdriver and pry the little lock mechanism off here real quick. So let's go ahead and do that. Very simple, came off really easy. Then we're going to want to take a Phillips head screwdriver and get this screw out right here, and then the screws on either side. Now the write-up I read online said to take this out, but it's honestly easier just to pull this whole thing off. It's just hooked on by two little tabs that are, where's my hand, right here, and then the little circle they hook onto is just right here, and it's really easy to just come off. So that just skipped a step and we're good. So now what we have to do is remove 5 10mm bolts. I'll show you where they are. One's right here, right here, right here, right here, and there's one more right in the center, right next to the latching mechanism. So let's go ahead and get those up real quick. Next step is to undo the two screws right here. There's also two on the other side. So let's go ahead and get these undone real quick, and then we'll move on to the next step. This next step is where things get a little tricky. We're gonna have to get behind this weather stripping right here. Let's clear up that shot a little bit here. There we go. And to get behind here, you're gonna have to push down on the weather strip and pull away because it's caught up inside this little aluminum bracket right here. And there's gonna be 4 screws. So once we get this away here, we can get up to the 4 screws. When you pull this back here, you can see one screw here, one screw here. Now the other ones are actually holding the gasket in place. So there's one right here, and there's another one on the other side right under here. So we did some off camera. There's actually a screw that's here and over here, and then once you undo that, all you have to do is grab like 2 putty knives and then just pry from the back side right here where the metal meets, and then this will just pop off, and then we're good to go. And then while we're at it, we're gonna undo the screws, because 3 more, to take this black trim off right here and retouch that up, because that looks pretty bad. But this is the dent that we're gonna have repaired. So I went ahead and dropped off that piece to Bumper Dock, and unfortunately the PDR guy isn't in today, and they will still do it tomorrow. And then so I'm gonna do instead, because we had to, disassemble the T-top, and I don't want my car sitting out overnight with no T-top on. When they leave it outside, someone could, steal something out of it. I don't want that to happen. So we're just gonna take care of the T-top tomorrow, and then we'll reschedule the car probably sometime next week to get the fender done. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and just spray paint. We're gonna clear off that molding, and then we're gonna paint it and then make that look fresh. So when we put it back on, it looks good. So let's go ahead and get that done. So we have the other side now. This is actually the driver's side. It doesn't have a dent, but we're still gonna paint this molding here. And this is exactly where we left off, and I didn't film after this part. So the next thing that we need to do is remove, like before, these 2 screws and this one from both sides. Once all 3 screws are out, what you need to do now is pry this little metal thing over this little O-ring for the latching mechanism, and then do that for both sides. So the easiest thing I do is just grab a putty knife, and I'm getting blood all over that. I cut myself right behind, in between here, because there's a little gasket you need to separate from, and it's pretty stuck. There's obviously a little bit of glue on the side, and then just cut all along in here. Once you go through with a small putty knife here, you can use some stronger ones here, and we're literally just going to pry it free from the metal. Just going to grab 2 of them. And that's how it's done. Off it is. Now this little weather stripping right here, so it's like window glue here, has come off on this side and tore. So we will get some replacement of this stuff to spray in there when we put it back together. But now, to get this molding off, there's only 3 screws left. There, there, and there. And then you're good to go. We got the driver's side one back together with the freshly painted molding along there. It's looking good. So the passenger side one apart over here, but we'll do that one, you know, once we get that piece back from the body shop. So that's going to call this video for today. So as you guys can see, definitely keep an eye out on the videos, because in the next couple weeks here, a lot of things are changing on the Z. It's going to the body shop, you know, get that ding pulled out on that piece along the sunroof that I showed you, not the sunroof, the T-top, and then it's going to get the fender aligned and 2 dents pulled on the fender, which are really big. And then we're just waiting for the front bumper and a couple clips for the molding that goes along the windshield, and then the car will be ready to be wrapped. And I just talked to Danny, it'll take about 8 or 9 days to wrap the car, but by the end of July the exterior of the car will be finished. I'm not sure if I want to go big wing or not, but we'll do that later on. Anyways guys, this is what I'm going to call a video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.